Loop. I'm Christian Bryant. Folks, we've made it through the first full week of 2022, so how are y'all feeling? If you let out an uninspired, I'm right there with you. Well, tonight we've got some solid reporting for you to wrap up your week. Redistricting following last year's census is leading to accusations of gerrymandering. We'll tell you more about the scope of the problem, who's benefiting, and how it can be addressed. Plus, we're talking about COVID tests and why they're so hard to come by. Health experts around the world say that testing is important in the fight against COVID, but there are some barriers, like cost. We'll talk about how the Biden administration is addressing this issue. But first, we're going to wrap up our coverage from CES 2022, or the Consumer Electronics Show. There was a lot to show you this week, and it ranged from health tech to the latest in robotics. With the conference wrapping up Saturday, we wanted to loop you in on some of the highlights from this year. Newsy's tech correspondent Jason Bellini spent the day rounding up some of the coolest innovations. Jason, you have seen a lot and you've done a lot, like getting stalked by a helpful little robot. With that in mind, what are some of your takeaways from this year's show?
Hey there, Christian. Well, I thought that I'd start by showing you the latest technology in dental chairs. That's not what this is. I'm just kidding. You asked me yesterday, what are the technologies that you're seeing at CES that normal people like us could afford? Well, this guy right here is $2,000. Let me show you what it does. I have to put on VR goggles, and I'm riding on a roller coaster, and I'm about to go down the hill. Here we go. Now, I wish you can see, maybe able to see what I'm seeing, but not the way that I'm seeing it in VR. Now, I'm going to come back to this in just a moment, but first I want to show you some of the other things we saw that you could have yourself at home. I don't know about you, but at this point in the pandemic, I'm a little bit bored with my home office setup. Maybe I need something like this, and I know I need to make more of an impression on my Zoom calls. I think this would do it.
There are a host of companies making the commonplace colorful. They're becoming an affordable, if inadvisable, way to get the boss to notice you.
They only cost $34. Whoa.
And if you're not feeling moved by your desk chair, this one from Razer, a prototype that uses haptic technology, could shake up your world a bit. No info yet on when it'll be available and for how much. Same old's true for this prototype desk, which redefines desktop computer.
So if you do get back to the office and you don't think your colleagues think that you're enough of an oddball, then you probably want to get one of these. This is the Zephyr Pro filtration mask. It uses a charcoal filtration system and it costs around $200. The reaction from your colleagues? Priceless.
If you're able to make a fairly hefty investment in your desk setup, this will soon be an option.
So what you're looking at right here is, well, my dream desk. Check this thing out. This carousel moves forward, the screens go up, and then you have books or magazines right there in front of you. This is from a South Korean company. It's going to cost around $10,000 when it makes it into the US market.
Enough about work. Retro games have been all the rage the past few years. This tabletop pinball machine will be shipping this summer for around $400.
They're digital replications of the actual original mechanical pinball machines. We license the games with the software group.
Let's go even more retro. Chess.
This electronic chessboard, the pieces move automatically. These have been on the market now for several years, but this newest model is only $270. This one's going to be shipping in March.
It used to be that only arcades could really afford tossy around gaming contraptions. Now, get one of these, and you can charge admission to your basement.